This dude's lucky he didn't get put to sleep. Dude, my man thinks he's on a PvP server. Like, this is like CSGO or some shit IRL. No, this was in Australia. There was a terrorist attack in Australia. There was a terrorist attack in Australia today, too. I guess like 10 people. 10 people got injured. There were like multiple terrorists. Dude, like, watch this dude just like... This dude just like ninja up on this man. This man is so dialed in on what he's doing. My man here just like sneaks up beside the car. Like, watch him, watch him. Just like sneaks up beside the car and he's like, all right, man, we got this. Shot's off. He knows that as soon as the shot rings out, like you can see the shot right there. He knows that this guy can't hear anything. He's not paying attention. And he just rushes him with nothing. Like, my man here has nothing but balls of steel. My man right there has nothing but balls of steel. Look at that. I mean, like, this is still super dangerous. Like, if you lose control of this gun, you're dead, right? You're shot. Look at him. He's planting his foot. He's anchoring. It looks like he's about to body slam this man. See, he plants his foot, pulls the gun. Look at that. Like, this dude had a good idea of what he was doing. Look, swinging his leg out, instantly plants his foot, yanks the gun. He's got the gun. Dude, my man here, terrified for his life, fucking pisses his pants. Balls become ovaries, right? Instantly becomes pussy. Hits ground. Man here in charge, taking control. Look at him just like completely take the, and that's not a gunshot here. Like, he didn't shoot the guy. This is just this dude's camera like blurring. Look at him, dude, just in real time. Watch my man here just like realize he's fucked. Yeah, and now at this point somebody else showed up, right? I think there's another I think angle of this where he ends up getting shot by like one of his buddies or whatever, but look at him, man. Instantly he's got him on the defensive. Here we go. We'll watch the longer clip. So we'll watch the longer clip because this is actually wild. This is actually worse, right? Did they catch the bad guys? I'm assuming they did. Like, look at this longer clip. That too. Well, I think it shows a couple guys in the back. Should be using the tree as cover because, like, this guy's just walking away like nothing happened, right? Just saying, hey, don't shoot me, basically. Look at this dude just like... Just like walking away like nothing happened. I'm assuming that's one of his buddies. I mean, looking at this guy, he's wearing like similar clothes, another weapon. Like, this guy right here is lucky that that guy didn't decide to fucking put him to sleep. I'd have my sights on him. He could have a sidearm. This dude's lucky he didn't get put to sleep. Dude, my man thinks he's on a PvP server. Like, this is fucking like CSGO or some shit IRL. Man, this guy's lucky he didn't get clapped. This guy's lucky he didn't get clapped. So here, now that we talked it through, let's watch it in real time so you guys can see just how fast this went, right?
Oh! Oh no, gros!
Look how crazy that went. No, I wouldn't shoot him because it's too easy. Let people, I guess, beat him half to death and put him in jail.
Oh no, gros!
I think he was just some guy, is what they were saying. Look at that, man. That's wild. Yeah, this is the guy that I think did it, right? This is the guy that rushed. He ended up getting shot. This guy actually saved his life. I would have emptied the gun on him. Oh, yeah. Legend. Dude, this monster was shit. Yeah. Shooting people like it was target practice. This man's a fucking hero. Dude, this is... Gotta love people like that exist. I mean, he completely disregarded his own life and his own safety to try to save people. Like, absolutely wild that he was able to pull that off, right? Progressive media be like, peaceful activist, like toxic masculinity. Dude, that's crazy. You idiot, you can't threaten me with that. That's illegal. I would be curious to see like what sort of happened here, right? I would be curious to see what the motives were of the shooters, right? Full 10 minutes of the terror attacks on a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney. So this was an anti-Semitic attack. One of the Bondi Beach Australian terrorists who killed 10 people had been identified as Naveed Akaram, the result of mass migration. CNN, a man in Australia violently disrupts protests. Is that what they said? Not your prediction? Yeah, probably. I mean, more than likely, right? One of the beach Australian terrorists who shot 10 people has been identified as Naveed. And then they're saying this is the result of mass migration. So what's this? Another one of my dear students passing the, I don't know what this is. I don't know. Yeah, some of this I don't know. Some of this I don't know what it means. These comments, the comment sections are wild. Let's not jump to conclusions. And it's Islam. He's from Iran. Women supporting Islam. Suicidal empathy is the greatest threat to humanity, and people allow their governments to enforce it. Based. This is literally based, though. Like, tell me that's not based. The people are literally doing things that are against their best interest, and then just surprised when it turns out poorly. I don't understand how this keeps happening. I mean, I do understand how it keeps happening. It's people virtue signaling and trying to look like they're on the right side of the law, or like on the right side of like a social issue, without really understanding the implications of what is actually happening, right? They just want to look like they're right. This is the kind of shit people are going to have to deal with, right? Like, this is the kind of shit people are going to have to deal with. Dude, it's fucked up, dude. This should never happen. This has no place in a polite society. And what's going to happen? These types of conversations are going to radicalize people, and you're going to start having serious issues within countries of people who are virtue signaling and who are like, yeah, who have like suicidal empathy, doing all of these things and trying to be on the right side of things optically, but they're helping people who don't give a shit about them. And you're going to start having more of this inside of countries, except it's going to be on a larger scale, and it's going to be big groups of people, right? So it's going to be, oh, there's going to be a tit for tat, right? So this kind of shit's going to happen, and then the next time people are walking around waving Palestine flags and all of this, you're going to have somebody from the opposition side just come up and unload on everybody. And the reason they're going to do it is because the people who are taking the side of, right, like some of these like Palestine protesters and stuff like that, even though 99.9% of them are probably good people, if you don't disavow the crazies in your own movement, what happens is you adopt that movement. So then what happens is the other side is going to view everybody as a combatant. And then they're just going to walk up and go, fuck it. I don't give a shit who's here. Everybody is guilty, right? And then it's just going to escalate and escalate and escalate and escalate. And that's what's going to happen. And it doesn't help that countries are literally importing people who are antithetical to that country's way of life. And in doing so, you are setting yourself up to have these types of problems within your own country. Well, yeah, and I you know, like, I'm not saying Israel's without blame and everything that's happening in their country and everything else. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that like any one side is right here. A lot of sides are doing things wrong. Problem is, it seems to be more of one side committing terror acts outside of like Israel than the other side, right? The problem is they all think they're right. What's the problem when you deal with religion, right? When you deal with religion, only one side is allowed to be right. There is no room for gray area. So when you have these religious conflicts that used to be isolated to just the Middle East or just certain regions, just certain parts of certain countries, and now you're basically like disseminating, I think that's the word, disseminating. It's one of those. Basically, where you are distributing people across the globe, you are not ensuring that those ideologies aren't spreading. So now what you had in one region is being sort of like distributed across the globe, and you're going to have the same conflicts you had in one area spring up all over the globe now, right? So it's it's no longer isolated to one group of people hating another group of people within an isolated region. Now you have these same people broken up into smaller conclaves and then shipped all over the world. And then now it's one conclave fighting another conclave, but what they've effectively been able to do is because of basically like crazy liberal white women and all these other people, what they're doing is they're able to find people to be on their side, at least like audibly. And then what they're doing is they're all these like disenfranchised groups are attaching themselves to this group to try to form like a monolith so they can have a voice or whatever. But in doing so, you're just lending power to this group. And now all of these fights are showing up all over the globe. Right? So now instead of it being like 5 fringe people, it's like 5 fringe people, 30 fucking Karens, 100 fringe members of like the LGBT party, right? A bunch of fucking internet fucking Discord mods and people virtue signaling and all of this. And now all of these people have grouped up around these 4 fucking terrorists. And now you're just making the issue worse.